If you've unfortunately contracted gonorrhea, the so-called king of sexually transmitted diseases, let me sincerely congratulate you, and no, that's not sarcasm. Those who frequently visit sex workers know that compared to HIV, which destroys your immune system, or syphilis with its ever-changing symptoms, or the stubborn and hard-to-eliminate genital warts, gonorrhea seems almost mild. At worst, it'll just give you frequent urination, a burning sensation when you pee, a swollen urethra, lots of pus discharge, or even bloody urine. Sure, incomplete treatment might lead to infertility, and in rare cases it can cause sepsis, multi-organ infections, arthritis, or even endocarditis. Oh, and there's a small risk of death. But the good news is, gonorrhea is curable, at least for now. However, as people's sex lives get more adventurous, gonorrhea isn't just limited to genitals anymore. It can infect the mouth, anus, and even eyes. According to WHO data from 2020, there were 82.4 million new gonorrhea cases worldwide among adults aged 15 to 49. With numbers that high, antibiotic resistance has been quietly growing. We've even seen the emergence of super gonorrhea that resists nearly all antibiotics. So is gonorrhea only sexually transmitted? What other ways does it spread? How contagious is it? And how can we identify, prevent, and treat it? To understand all this, you've got to stop being reckless. In this video, let's uncover the truth about gonorrhea. Gonorrhea is one of humanity's most widespread and ancient diseases. One of its most famous victims was British literary giant James Boswell. Born into aristocracy, he was obsessed with extramarital affairs and contracted gonorrhea 19 times. His wife allowed it on one condition: no emotional attachment. Boswell wrote in his diary, "I deeply respect my wife, but relations with prostitutes don't harm my love for her." His wife eventually got infected too. Of 9 pregnancies, she had 2 miscarriages and 1 stillbirth. This ancient disease has collected many nicknames. Around 400 BC, Hippocrates called it the disease of Venus, linking it to sexual transmission. Based on symptoms, it was called white turbidity, describing the pus discharge. The nickname the clap may come from medieval treatments, literally slapping genitals to expel pus. Ancient Chinese physician Zhang Zhongjing described it as urinating scattered millet with sharp lower abdominal pain. For centuries, doctors documented symptoms, but understanding its cause had to wait until the 19th century. In 1767, pathology pioneer John Hunter injected gonorrhea pus into his own urethra to prove it was the same as syphilis. Unfortunately, the donor had both, and Hunter died of syphilitic aortitis. In 1879, German doctor Albert Neisser isolated the bacteria, now called Neisseria gonorrhea. Unethical human experiments were disturbingly common then. Neisser himself injected syphilis serum into unaware women aged 10 to 24, later blaming their infections on their profession when caught. So how does gonorrhea attack? It secretes proteins to neutralize our immune defenses, then invades cells to multiply. It even tricks immune cells into becoming its breeding ground. Symptoms vary by infection site. Men get painful urination and pus discharge within 24 hours. Women experience cervicitis with itching and discharge. Eye infections can cause blindness. Throat infections mimic tonsillitis. Rectal infections cause pain and bleeding. Transmission is mostly through mucous membrane contact, sex, childbirth, or even shared towels. One encounter with an infected man gives women a 50 to 90% infection risk. For men with infected women, it's 20 to 30%. Compare that to HIV's 0.03 to 2% transmission rate. Treatment history is wild, from abstinence to mercury injections, then literally flushing urethras with hot water. Sulfa drugs arrived in 1935, then penicillin in 1943 was revolutionary. But overuse led to resistance. Now most antibiotics fail. In 2011, a Japanese sex worker had a strain resistant to all antibiotics. This super gonorrhea could go global. So what can we do? Check for symptoms, avoid sex work, keep it simple, and always use condoms. Studies show 60% of young Chinese didn't use protection during first-time sex. Remember, STDs don't equal immorality. Many victims are just uninformed. Doctors only care about curing you, so don't hesitate to seek help. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends and family. Thanks a bunch.